Christy Simpson. Today's question is, how do you choose your Christmas musical? And the person goes on to say, I'm constantly listening, reading to musicals and thinking I love this musical, but it's similar to what we did last year. And she doesn't want to just do a certain person's musical. She wants a wide variety. So the first thing that I would suggest that is amazing is to subscribe to the Word Choral Club. Definitely. That way they send you a box with my musicals, other people's musicals, and you have some to choose from, and you're not always out there trying to look for things. So you definitely want to be part of our choral club. Plus, when you're part of the choral club, you get discounts on lots of stuff, like on the tracks and on the DVD, accompaniment, stuff like that. Plus, just looking in the books, it tells you lots about how to do the musical, set tips, costume tips, stuff like that. So that is the first thing you definitely want to do. So it always comes to you and you just get to look, what's new? There's this musical, and this musical. And then you can start to catalog those. And if you've done something, maybe, if you really like one of the new musicals that's out, but you think, well, I did something kind of like that last year, save it for the next year and put something different in its place. I know for me, when I was writing my Christmas musicals, I kept trying to do something really different. So I wrote, Back to the Manger, time travel, yay! We Three Spies, crazy big things. But I had not even done like a real normal manger Bethlehem musical, which to a lot of people is something that they would normally do. So when somebody suggested you should do that, I thought, oh, I can't do that. That's boring. Everyone does that. And then I thought, well, actually, I don't do that. So for me, that's actually unique. And that's when I did All About That Baby. So for me, it was a departure to do that. But I might not do another Bethlehem musical. The year after that, I'm going to do something like Jingle Bell Beach, which is completely different. So I think looking for variety is a good thing. But, there can be two really great things that are similar. Just put something in between in a year, and then people won't remember. Because if they're both good and you still want to do them, that's great. It's always my goal to try to think of new things that haven't been done a whole lot. But as I write more and more Christmas, that gets harder and harder. And I'm sure it does for the other writers out there too. If you've written a lot of Christmas musicals, it becomes harder. So I'm always praying that God will give me a fresh take on something to keep it fresh and exciting for you guys. And you guys, of course, do the same. Just, you don't want to do a musical just because it's my musical or because it's someone else's musical. You want to be in prayer that God will help you pick the one that's right for that season. Because as you know, I'm sure through your experiences, sometimes you're doing a musical and you don't realize until the last week before the show, oh my gosh, God knew that this and this and this was going to happen. And this musical speaks right to that. And the Lord knows that. So above all, be in the Word Choral Club, definitely compare different musicals, but you want to be praying a lot that God will show you exactly which one He wants you to do. Even if it doesn't quite make sense to you at the time, He sees what's going to be happening and what's going to minister best to your congregation and your kids. So thank you for your questions. Please keep sending them.